Greetings everybody. Welcome to Monday Mantra. It is nice to be back after President's Day last week. This week, I'm going to be starting, this is the first video in a series because I've had a lot of dialogue. Thank you everybody for your comments and feedback. It's really great and important. And I've had a lot of requests to kind of delve deeper into the whole brand building philosophy and what we do at PLG. And so I'm going to be doing, this is the first in a series of videos. What's up, Noah? First in a series of videos where I'm going to be talking about building your brand. And as you all know, my belief is this, that you are indeed the brand. We're live streaming on Facebook and we're also live streaming on Instagram. So welcome everybody on both mediums. Thank you very much for being with us. Well, I guess with me, me and my multiple personalities. So part one of the Building Your Brand series is possibly the most important step of all of the steps of being able to build a brand. And all of this is my opinion, and this is just something that I have done over the years. But the first step is to know your niche, right? Know your niche, know the kind of people who you are going to resonate with more easily. Case in point is this. There is a fabulous book which is written by one of the great minds of American business in the past 50 years. His name is Seth Godin, Godin, and he wrote a book called Tribes, right? And the philosophy of tribes is you seek out people who you have commonalities with. You seek out people who are going to like and trust you. So I've touched on this many times before in sales. So much of sales or what I experienced in sales at other companies that I was at was in some coaching sessions, it's even been suggested that one should mimic the person opposite you. If they're speaking in a really animated way, that you speak in a really animated way. And if they speak very quietly and softly, you speak in a soft voice. That always felt kind of phony to me, and it always felt like I was not being, I never actually did it, but it felt in my mind if I had done that I wouldn't have been as honest as I possibly could. So one of the things that I launched into hard when I came out of the music business, in case you didn't know, I was in the music business for many years. That's what brought me to the United States. And they were my tribe, right? Creatives were my tribe and still are. And when I initially launched into real estate, as many of you are, I'm sure, who are watching this, it was like, okay, what the hell do I do? Where do I go? Who am I as a real estate agent? Who am I as a professional? And I want to just tell you a little bit of the journey I took, which was, it was my path. After coming out of a super creative industry, I joined the corporate world of real estate. And there are other people who are watching this who are in other corporate jobs. Nothing wrong with corporate. And I tried to fit in, right? I tried to fit in so that my niche became really broad. I wanted to try and please everybody all the time, which for me is one of the most annoying facts about anybody who's in sales. You get that kind of, hello, it's so great to see you, you know, that kind of robotic, polished veneer. And I found that when I tried to fit in, I just didn't connect with people. And I wore a suit, and I wore a shirt, and sometimes I wore a tie. And I got to be honest with you, I felt freaking horrible. I felt absolutely vile. I felt like a funeral director. But that's just because I don't wear suits, because guess what? Suits is not my niche, right? The crowd that I kind of had a coming to Jesus moment where I was like, you know what? I just can't please everybody all the time. I'm not being myself. And people picked up on that. They picked up on the fact that I must have felt uncomfortable wearing polished shoes and Dockers pants and a freaking shirt and a jacket. And so I just didn't get business. So then Cindy, bless her heart, she's been always very supportive with me over the years. I just said, look, I got to do this my way or I can't do it. I've got to do it my way. And if we fail or if we succeed, at least we'll do it on our own merits. So from that day, what I decided to do was go back to my good old black t-shirt, my jeans, my sneakers, and that is when my career as a real estate agent, when I worked at a different company, really took off. Because I felt super confident in myself. I felt super authentic. I wasn't trying to pretend that I was something I wasn't. And I went on listing appointments, and sure, I probably lost deals because I was wearing jeans and shoes and sneakers. But you know what? I know I picked up a hell of a lot more business by dressing authentically. It isn't the dress that's important, it's the mindset. With that in mind, then what I decided to do was, instead of just trying to find anyone in real estate, the way I was taught at the original firm I was at was, find strangers, go to open houses, cold call, door knock. Again, I don't wish to be Mr. Contrarian here, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to run hard and I wanted to run fast at my tribe, right? My tribe was creatives. So I ran hard and fast at people that I already had a relationship with. At the PLG offices one day, I keep talking about this, I'm going to have letters on the wall 10 feet tall that say, when you run out of people you know, look for strangers. We're always obsessed with trying to find strangers. Converting strangers into deals is so freaking hard. If you've got people in another industry or another interest that already know and like and trust you, why wouldn't you ask them for business? To me, it's baffling. So I ran really hard at my niche, and my niche was creatives. Maybe your niche is sport. Maybe your niche is beach activities. Maybe your niche is theater. Maybe your niche is restaurateuring. One of the best realtors in LA, an absolutely deliciously lovable man by the name of Jeffrey Sard, was a very famous restaurateur. And I know that he's got a whole gangload of his business from his former career. It boils down to this. A lot of time people get very, very, very uncomfortable about asking friends and family for business. Here is how I have done it over the years. Number one, I've always gone in with a mindset of what's highest and best for the client, never for myself. I've talked about this in the past. Whatever is best for the client comes dead first. Whatever is best for me comes dead last. And as long as I keep those two pillars as far apart as I possibly can, chances are I'm going to have a successful career. But I go into it, and I go into it with the mindset of how can I get the best possible deal? What if this client was a family member? What if this client, they sometimes are, it is a friend? This is someone that I adopt the same mentality with strangers. But back in the beginning, I went back into my tribe and I said to them very casually, I'd be out at, say, I don't know, a gig, right? A rock concert. And I would just say to my people, hey guys, real estate always comes up. It just, movies, real estate, and freaking music always come up in any conversation. Then I would just casually say to my friends, I'd say, hey, you know that I've had a career change. I'm now deeply involved in real estate. I'd love to sit down with you and talk about it and explore the options of working together. Then I would say this key line. Let's not talk about it now because we're at a social event. I'll follow up with you next week. Cool? And then I get the thumbs up. So that's two things. It means, number one, my friend is open to talking about real estate in a professional environment. Number two, I haven't trodden on anybody's toes because I haven't ruined the social event trying to sell myself. And number three, I've already let them know that I'm going to be following up. Some of these rules or tips have ended up in countless deals for me. So in order to build your brand, you need to know who you are as a person, who you are as a realtor, who your tribe is, and what you're trying to say. Don't try and catch everyone. When you're building business and building a brand, aim for the people that already know, like, and trust you. Run towards your tribe. Run towards your tribe. If you ask people politely with their best intentions in your mind and in your heart, the business will follow. Stay in action and out of the results. I know that's counterintuitive. Stay in action with your tribe, with your niche, and stay out of the results. Just always, always, always be of service. I hope there was some help in there. I got on one on that mantra. I was on a mad mantra today. Thank you very, 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 very much for watching. I'm going to have another Monday Mantra next week where I'm going to do part 2 of building your brand. So join me again next week. If anybody's got any thoughts, questions or comments, just ping me below and I will gladly take care of all of them. And you guys on Instagram, I'm going to lose you in a second. So go over to my personal page on Facebook and hit me up with any thoughts or questions. All right, guys, lots of love. Have a killer week. Adios.